It truly is a sad time. Both Tyranitar and Skarmory have finally dropped from OU after 20 years of being at top. On top. Crap. Well, they had a good run. They sure did. And this, it makes me so sad. I love both of them so much. And I love Gen 2. Well, I'm gonna talk a little bit of why I thought they dropped, even though it may seem obvious to some people, some of the reasons. Well, starting with T-Tar, I prefer to run Choice Band, and that's what a lot of people seem to do. Choice Band makes this thing an absolute devil. It's very powerful. But when this gen came out, it seemed like a great thing for Tyranitar because they cut half the Pokemon and Tyranitar stayed around. And they cut out a lot of strong Pokemon. So it was like, oh geez, Tyranitar's gonna be smoking everybody. And at first, Tyranitar was an OU for quite a while in this gen. But they did some hidden nerfs on him. They kept him around, but they nerfed him. The first big one, they removed Pursuit. Pursuit is illegal. There is no Pursuit. Tyranitar has always been the best Pokemon at using Pursuit. It was great at it, and it was a great niche. It would trap certain Pokemon, not let them switch, and just murder them. And now he can't do that. And the other nerf, I see people talk about Pursuit, but the other thing people don't mention as much, people will still mention it, is that they made close combat so much more common in this gen. They also introduced the move Body Press, which gave even more Pokemon fighting type moves. And T-Tar over here is 4 times weak to fighting. So all these Pokemon having close combat just means that they murder Tyranitar instantly if they use that move. And okay, that's close combat. Let's even look at Body Press. Let's look at Body Press. A new move. Boom. Some of the tanks that Tyranitar could wear down now can just bop him. It's very sad. Sad for our boy. I still think he has a niche. He can 2-shot Corviknight with Choice Band. He can 2-shot Toxapex. Nothing really switches in very well. But I guess it's not good enough. He does die quite quickly a lot of the times. He doesn't have anything. He like always takes damage from entry hazards. He doesn't have anything for status. He definitely has his problems. I'll admit that. And if we make a Gen 17, let's go to past gens. Gen 7. There we go. Now if we click close combat, there's 3. There was a lot more in the new gen, because so many more Pokemon could get it. But there's only 3 here. This is why T-Tar could remain. And actually, the overall power level of Gen 7 being higher meant that T-Tar had a better niche. T-Tar could tank Blacephalon. T-Tar could kill Heatrans that switch in. T-Tar just dealt with quite a bit. And he would also Pursuit Trap Blacephalon. He can catch Victini sometimes. He'll bop Volcarona sometimes. He could catch Honestly, I actually think he had a pretty good matchup against Tapu Fini, because that Stone Edge, it hit different. Anyways, that's besides the point. So, T-Tar, I'm sorry, dude. You're just not doing the best right now. And it also happened to my boy Skarm. Skarm, he also dropped down to UU, and he has been just an iconic defensive Pokemon ever since he came out. He's a classic. And honestly, I can see he just recently got brought back, and he was an OU for a tiny bit, but he dropped. The boy's in UU now. And one of the main reasons is because he has some competition in Corviknight. I didn't put any moves or anything on the Corviknight, I just simply don't care. And Corviknight has an arguably better ability, arguably better stats, and an arguably better move pool. And that's just quite bad for Skarmory. Although, I will say, I think Skarmory dropping a little bit undeserved. He has a great matchup against many Pokemon right now that are in OU. Komoos will a lot of times crap unless they have Flamethrower. I've dealt with multiple Urshifus. Zarude, I don't even know why that's an OU. It definitely can't do anything to it. I've even killed Zororas, especially if you run counter. It's a fantastic against Rillaboom. It's great against Scizor. Honestly, I think Skarmory's actually still pretty good. Oh, it's great against Excadrill. It's always been. Great against Azumarill, especially if it's sturdy. And having Whirlwind is quite cool. I know Hippowdon also has it, but being able to phase is awesome. Anybody that clicks Substitute, you can just Whirlwind them out of there. Or anybody that starts boosting their stats a little too high, just Whirlwind them out of there. I actually think Skarmory's quite good still. But apparently not good enough. He has dropped down. And part of the other reason is that another Pokemon that came back is the iconic Magnezone. Magnezone's a piece of crap. And of course, it can do its classic thing of trapping Skarmory and murdering him. That hasn't stopped Skarmory in the past, so I think Skarmory could rise back up. I think you can do it, Skarmory. And now I just want to bring attention to the only Pokemon that is carrying both the Gen 1 and Gen 2 torch. Because, just to mention, Gen 1 Pokemon, there was 2 Gen 1 Pokemon that had been in OU for like forever, which was Gengar and Starmie. But Gen 7 ended their 20-year reign. But Tyranitar and Skarmory's reign didn't end until this gen. But the only line that has stayed in OU forever and is still in OU is the Chansey line. Both Blissey and Chansey. Whether it's Chansey in one gen and Blissey in the next. They have prevailed. And honestly, they probably will continue to prevail because they just dominate special attackers. Of course they do. Like, the crap. And they also have Teleport now. Teleport is looking good for them. Oh, do I need to show a Blissey set? I don't need to show a Blissey set. Everybody knows what Blissey and Chansey do. What they do. So they are carrying the Gen 1 and Gen 2 torch. I'm gonna be honest, Tyranitar, way more fun of a Pokemon than Chansey and Blissey, and way more fun than Skarmory as well. And Skarmory is more fun than Blissey and Chansey too. Although I will say, I do have to give it to Blissey and Chansey. They have carried me a lot. Whenever I make teams with them, they hard carry me. I am a loser, and I don't play well. And whenever a special attacker comes in, that is just raw special attacks, like Hydreigon, or Kingdra, or a lot of times Dragapult, or Volcarona, or Venusaur, or Togekiss. Do you see where I'm going here? They're gonna keep dominating. Good job, Blissey. Good job, Chansey. You have both done well. You fat piece of lard. I just wanted to mention that to end this on a pseudo good note. Also, I've never got why they learn Stealth Rock. Why do Blissey and Chansey learn Stealth Rock? Where do they pull the rocks out of? Oh, they have Kidney Stone.